15. We're going to call this meeting to order. If you would join with me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Alderman Lynch, would you do the invocation for us, please?
Let us pray. God of all beginnings and God of all middles and endings as well, we bow in your presence at the start of this new year to recognize our need for you and our dependence upon your loving care. Everything good that has ever happened to us, all the good fortune of our days, we owe to you. Without you, we would have been overwhelmed by our difficulties, by all the natural failures to which our flesh is prone. Only by your grace through Jesus Christ do we understand life as we do and value those things that give structure and meaning to our existence. Therefore, we pray for your guidance and help in the year to come. We know that the way to life and blessedness is narrow, and that few there are truly find it. Be our guide, O Lord, through the temptations and trials of another year. Help us to choose wisely in all our decisions. Enable us to do justice, to love mercy, and to walk humbly before you. Show us how to love with all our hearts and our neighbors and ourselves. Make us doers of the word and not hearers only. Let us learn to take our crosses and follow him who died on Calvary for the sins of the world. Teach us not to worry about what the other disciple is doing, but to be faithful about what we have been given to do. Help us to bring others to your kingdom, baptizing them and teaching them in the name of your Son, and grant that when the new year is ended, we may hear you say, "Well done, good and faithful servant." In your Son's name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Alderman McNeil, if you would call the roll, please.
Second and 27 of 2023, alternate Monty Johnson.
Present.
Alternate Lady Julie Jones Coleman.
Present.
Alternate Shane Lynch.
Here.
Alternate Leon McNeil, present. Alternate Lady Tammy Porter. All present.
All right. Have a quorum. I do want to welcome everybody here tonight. This is not a usual Monday night, but thank you all for being here, and thank you for your concerns for the betterment of our city. So at this time, on our old business, do we have a motion to approve the January 23rd, 2023 regular called board meeting?
Make a motion to accept.
Do we have a second?
I second
Any discussion? If not, those in favor of such motion do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. Thank you. Board, on our first agenda item, new business, I gave you all a little bit of insight of where this is, and so at this time I'm just go through the motion a second, and we'll share with you anything that needs to be shared. So at this time, do we have a motion to approve the signing of the State Industrial Access Contract Phase 2?
Make a motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
I second.
Okay. Now, on the discussion, board, that this gives me the authority by you all to sign this contract for this new state industrial access road, which is going to be out at the end of really Tyson Boulevard, and it's one FedEx way, and then it goes all the way up to the railroad track where the gravel's at, and that's where this is going to start. It's going to go all the way to McKnight Road. I'll have to ask Kingsley if we're still going to the north, but it comes out, goes down south, comes out on the bypass, and it'll have new lights, 4 lanes, everything there, and it's going to be an access road where FedEx and others can come in from that west side instead of all the traffic on the on Central. It'll slow it down a little bit. So Board, Kingsley's here if you have any questions. This is not costing us anything, the city. There's other participants that's going to be paying that. Before I sign it, I'll have the check in hand in the morning for us to go forward with it. So board, any discussion?
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Now, Kinsley, would that put a lot of traffic over there on Gibson Well? Would
It
that
will-
route the traffic over Gibson Well to the bypass?
Yes, sir. So what we'll do is hopefully alleviate the traffic at the main entrance, so that we'll have the entrance off of 45, up from Wall Street Grill at the main entrance, and then provide a second entrance and exit on the western side at the bypass, so that hopefully truck traffic may go out, when it's coming down Tyson Boulevard, hopefully most of the truck traffic will turn right and go out that exit where employees could go turn left and go out the main entrance. There'll be a mix of that, but what this will do is complete all that road infrastructure, which will provide a second entrance and exit into the park. It'll be used by trucks and employees, but it will alleviate everything having to go to that main entrance, and then causing some of that backup that's at Central and 45 where you're turning left to head to Jackson. So, where it backs up going towards Arby's. Hopefully alleviate some of that as well. So, yes, sir.
Is there any traffic lights, putting in the traffic lights out there, or?
So there won't be, with this contract, there won't be any traffic light. Now, the traffic light, we are working on some other projects that could create some more jobs in that area. And so, and create some additional truck traffic. So if we land one of these projects that we're working and get more trucks coming in, then I'm gonna request the TDOT to add a traffic light. What they're gonna do at the 79 bypass at Gibson Wells is improve that. About $1.5 million project. Doesn't have a light to it, but it does widen the lanes, provide more, just a safer turn and exit onto either, left or right when you get down to that bypass. So they'll improve that whole intersection over what it is now.
Okay, but no signal lights, right?
Not at this point.
Okay.
But hopefully, I think, I can show them over the next year that we will probably have an increased traffic count over what they're looking at right now. It'll take about 9 to 12 months to do the design and engineering phase of it, before they actually start to let the contract out for bid.
Okay.
And there's 27 acres, Alderman Johnson, right down there on that corner of McKnight, and that road is available, plus others, so. Any more questions? If not, those in favor of such motions do so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, like sign. And thank you, Kingsley, and your team for all that. That's gonna be our future out there. This time, do we have a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance 2023-01? This ordinance is going to amend our chapter, our charter, I'm sorry, and it's for the personnel policy procedures coming up. And what this is going to do is we're, with y'all's permission, we're going to add the Juneteenth holiday to our schedule this year. And so it has to be done by ordinance to be changed. So at this time, do we have a motion for such, we have a motion for such?
I so move.
Second.
We have a second. Any more discussion? If not, those in favor of such motion do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. Thank you. We look forward to celebrating that. It's a federal holiday, and a lot of cities are getting in line with that, and there's some are not, but we're proud to say that we are.
It's already a federal holiday.
Yes, sir, it is, and this just put us in line, and like I said, there's other cities and the utilities are doing it already, so that'd be great. So at this time, do we have a motion to approve the December 2022 accounts payable report?
So moved.
We have a second. Any discussion? If not, those in favor of such motion do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. Thank you. This time, do we have a motion to approve the December 2022 treasury report?
So moved.
You have a second?
I second.
Any discussion?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Page 4, I asked this last time and I was confused, okay? On page 4, under Police Department revenue, city sticker revenue, we're at, we realized 7.15% of the $61,000. Is this for 2022 stickers or 2023 stickers? Because we're selling 2023 stickers now, correct?
Yes, that should be 2023,
Okay. And the last day to buy one without penalty is
March 31st.
March 31st. So we're gonna bring in 93% in,
I hope.
so it is for 2023.
Yes, sir.
Chief, we'll start seeing that uptick in March when they get closer to the date.
Well, they've been coming in almost steady. Purchasing them, I bought 5 last week, so they're coming in.
Okay, good. Alderman Lynch, I know we must have left you hanging on that last one for it to come back up, but
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether, somebody said it was 2022 and that didn't make any sense to me.
no, it doesn't. So, hey, that's a short-lived collection. Well, it really goes on all year, but people don't get in too big a hurry. Whoop. So, if there's no more discussion, is there any more discussion? If not, those in favor of such motion do so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, like sign. Thank you. This time, do we have a motion to approve the January 2023 accounts payable report?
Also moved.
Do we have a second?
I second it.
Now, any discussion? If not, those in favor of such motion do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. Next up, do we have a motion to approve the January 2023 treasurer's report?
Make a motion to accept.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Got a question.
Yes, sir.
Page 5, revenue sale of assets, sale of vehicles. And we have some old police cars or something we can get rid of that we're just hanging on to.
Yes, sir, we're just waiting on approval to do that.
So that'd be done auction.
Well, for the last few times we've made sales, we sell through lovedeals.com.
So we don't hold our own auction for those vehicles.
Not anymore. no.
Not anymore. We did. It just didn't work out. And we got more money than on gov deals than we do with locals. So, Alderman Lynch, we do have vehicles. It really needs to be. We really got a bunch of backlog of old vehicles needs to go.
That just brings in some revenue,
Yeah, we do, so.
we spend on the parts. Or whatever.
We'll take it. Any more discussion? Not, those in favor of such motion do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. Up next, we have a motion to approve a beer permit application for Penny Marie Brown at the Maverick Quick Stop.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay. Is Ms. Penny here? Please, come forward. Y'all just explain,
Well, what happened? Somebody else took it over?
We sold to a different
Yeah.
company, and they require that the managers now are the ones that come and apply for the beer permit.
Once it be sold, oh,
Mhm,
okay. I
yeah,
got you.
TriStar bought Cox Oil Company now, so yeah, we were sold.
yeah, so y'all, the company's wanting the managers at times.
Right.
Does that take the liability away from the company and give it to the
To her?
individual?
I would say so.
Oh,
I,
I was hoping you'd say no.
You sure you won't do that?
Well,
want
because
that?
I don't think I have any choice, that's the way the company wants it
Do you
done.
want to say no?
No. No.
Chief, you have anything to add to this or anything?
No, sir, we,
Penny's
I
been
can't
working
recall
there.
us having any issues at Maverick, and I've known her for
Yeah,
years.
yeah, Penny's been working there many years, so. Board, do you have anything else y'all like to?
What's our attorney's opinion on that, that it's an individual rather than the company that owns it?
If the permit's in the individual's name, that's where the liability flows to.
So if she leaves, that beer permit's gone, she takes another job, or?
Did they go through managers in some of these stores like crazy? So I was wondering how they what were they thinking doing it that way? You know, some managers come in, be there 2 weeks and leave, and another one take their place.
I wouldn't take that long.
So you want to take the liability? of it?
No, I don't.
Randy, when we write the permit, in this case, when the girls write the permit, they'll write it as Maverick Quick Stop number 3207, and then have her name at the bottom as the person that purchased the.
So it's gonna be in the corporate name, you
It's
know?
gonna be in the corporation's name,
You think
She's
that's?
just the applicant.
yes.
Yes, and that's normal for us, this board.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
actually the beer board as well, to an employee be the rep for the company.
Right,
So-
okay.
We were just nervous for you.
I know, I was
Yeah.
nervous.
We're just
myself.
nervous for you.
So when the management changes, does that,
You'd have to
You
change
know,
this
same
way.
thing, like if another manager came in, they would do the
Same
same as
thing.
she's doing, but the permit would be written in Maverick with the new manager's name listed as
it's the same process, we have to do this over again if a new manager?
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying, okay.
That's the one that owner wants to do.
Because next year, like for instance, when this permit, beer permits run on a 12-month, from the date of purchase, 12 months.
Right,
So let's say she were to leave, let's say next November, February, she comes in to renew, she's gonna have to come in to get the permit herself.
Okay.
The ladies make sure that whoever's name is on the permit is the person that has to come in with the money. So if another manager comes in, of course, there is no longer a permit at that particular location.
But the permit would be good for a year, whether she left in June or February.
No. If she leaves and a new manager comes in, that permit is gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
That's what I want.
And
It's null and void.
Yeah.
Ms. Brown, let me ask you something. Now, you're the one who filed the application? Is that right? It was done in your name, Penny Brown?
yes, per TriStar, the new company, their
Okay.
instructions
Yeah.
were for,
But now the application, even though it's in your name, it's signed by Stephen Hofstetter, CEO of TriStar.
TriStar,
Energy.
yes, that's the new company that just took over.
Was there some reason why he didn't apply in the TriStar name?
I think they were wanting someone local that we could,
Yes,
come to
they're
the
not
meeting.
even from around here, they're all up north somewhere, this company.
Well,
That bought out all the
the only concern I have, it starts out Penny Marie Brown and it ends up Stephen Hofstetter, so I don't know how that all flows together.
Board, we've been there before on another one that we didn't feel comfortable with because it started off with one name and ended with another, and we denied
You
them.
know, on the beer permit for Walmart, it's
scary.
the same situation.
What if,
People at the bottom of
What
the
if
paper is the
they sell beer for a
corporation,
minor?
corporate people.
right.
But yet the manager is whose picture is there because they're the ones local that has to come in and renew the permit.
Could we start showing that whoever the individual is showing the application as an agent for whatever the company name?
Whatever we need to do, we'll do it.
Yeah, I think I mean, this thing looks like on the face of it, you're applying for it individually. And I think if we did it, individual's name as an agent for
Just
something.
list her name as an agent of whatever the corporation.
Yeah, they
I think
store, and then when you get down to the end of it, when TriStar signs off on it, then you got some way to connect her to TriStar.
I'll make sure we do that.
So we feel like that, we can, put something in the wording of this to protect really.
When she comes in and sees the ladies at the counter, they will do just as what Randy said that day.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we'll do that because,
So, let me ask you something, Lord,
Yes,
we do it on a continuous that all this get cleared up?
do it on what now?
Do it on a continuous till all this get cleared up, or do we have to just go and vote?
Well, I mean, what he's asking to do is at the time that she pays for the permit, so
Yeah.
until, I
We can
mean,
clean
if you
it
say
up.
it's on contingent, we can't issue the permit until y'all approve it.
Yeah. I think if you approve it in the name of the agent of Penny Marie Brown on behalf of TriStar Energy LLC, we'll be okay.
Penny, you coming in the morning?
Do I need to?
Well,
Oh, you mean at the store?
at our office to
Get the
finish this
permit, so
up.
you'll have to come in with the $100, fee
something goes
to
south,
get the
then we're on.
permit.
In the morning?
Well, just one, I mean, that's the best.
I can,
Yeah,
yeah.
come in early and, as soon as, we open at 8, so come in the morning, we'll get that.
Okay.
We'll
Where
get
do I
that
do it
started.
at? Down?
That, at our 1201
Same
man.
place
Oh,
you
on
did.
Main
Yeah,
Street?
just
Okay.
come in.
We
We'll,
sold it to this TriStar Energy LLC.
don't sound like this is
And it's
that
limited
confusing
liability
because we've
corporation.
seen this a couple of times before, board, we've been addressed with this once when somebody started off with one name and ended at another, and we've made this very uncomfortable, so.
This type of permit has been issued for many, many years, just as it's being issued today.
Okay,
And to my recollection, we've never had any issues with it, having been chief, that you know,
Not since I've been
I know not since I've been here.
and we're gonna get another, I know Valara has changed hands and names as well, so we'll, coming up, we'll be getting
Dollar
that.
store does it, Fred's.
Fred's, yeah, they do, Fred's Dollar Store.
This is my thing, so Lawyer Kent and Ken, y'all can go and vote for it.
Yeah.
What you saying, Lawyer Kent?
Yeah,
Lawyer Kent,
Yes,
yeah.
he's saying, should they vote for it, and I'm saying yes, and he's asking you what your opinion is.
oh, well, I mean, if we're doing it where she's not having the license put to her name individually, but as an agent of TriStar, there's no problem in
That
it.
ain't
If
no
y'all
problem.
grant the motion and pass a motion on the basis that it's Penny Marie Brown as an agent for TriStar, rather than Penny Marie Brown individually, then you're okay. I'm just
Okay.
giving you some free legal advice. If you get sued, and this thing's in your name, and you got your name on it like it is right here, Penny Marie Brown, you're gonna get sued if something happens down
Okay.
there, just like everybody else is gonna get sued.
All right.
You don't need that problem.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a motion that Penny Marie Brown, our agent for TriStar, be given license, going by our attorney, what he's saying, and Kim had it.
Yeah,
Because
so we can amend it.
So,
Well, he needs to say it that way.
well, I got amended, okay? I'm gonna ask for an amendment.
Alderman McNeil, the problem I have with it is that the end of the application is not signed by Penny Marie Brown, it's signed by Stephen Hofstadter, CEO of TriStar. So I think if she's an agent for TriStar, that'll tie the front of it to the back of it.
I'm gonna ask for amendment, board for Miss Brown to be an agent for TriStar for they can get the license they need to operate that store. I'm asking for, that's what I'm asking for. So y'all gonna have to vote for that. For that amendment.
Let me make sure I got this.
Yeah, that's me.
It's got Penny Marie Brown, okay, on the front, but it's signed by Stephen Hospeller, the CEO of TriStar Energy. TriStar Energy is actually who's liable for any,
If she applies as an agent on behalf of TriStar. You know, if something were to happen down there and they had a lawsuit, and somebody looked up this application and it's in the name of Penny Marie Brown, she's gonna get filed as a defendant in a lawsuit, just like TriStar is going to.
Well, by her name being on that beer permit, she still probably get sued too, with her name being on the beer permit.
Yeah, I mean, it really needs to be in an agency capacity where you file for that thing, because you don't even sign this thing. So you don't need your name on it, you know,
Okay.
as individual.
So I asked for an amendment of this, up on her being an agent for TriStar. Y'all,
Well-
you just said vote for it?
She's just applying for the beer permit on behalf of TriStar because it's somebody local, rather than this guy coming in from wherever he is to appear here. She's doing it on agency status with TriStar.
Okay, Lord, can we do the amendment?
Can you do what now?
Go on, do the amendment, to vote for it.
to make her an agent, or does this already make her
I
an
mean,
agent?
I think that'd be the only way I'd vote for it. to
Okay,
do it like that.
I already put the question,
But
we need a vote for the amendment to make Miss Penny Brown an agent for TriStar.
A motion's been brought to the table
Yeah, motion.
to make Miss Penny Marie Brown an agent of TriStar for this permit. Do we have a motion?
Also move.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any more discussion? If not, all in favor
All right.
of this, make it Miss Penny Marie Brown an agent for TriStar, do so by saying aye.
All right.
Those opposed, like sign. That might been the around the world way to get you a permit.
I don't know any more about it
But,
either. This is
we
new
are,
to me too, so thank you.
But Penny, it's all for your benefit.
Okay,
It
so
really is.
I need to come see y'all in
Yes,
the morning
yes.
with $100 for the beer permit, right?
That's right.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah. That may have been ugly, but it got straightened out there at the end. We don't want you to have to put your name on something that might cause you some legal issues down the road.
Don't pay it with a personal check now.
That gives you ownership again, doesn't it? All right, board, maybe this next one's gonna be a little easier.
It's the same thing.
Mayor,
Ma'am,
This next permit is the same exact way, it's purchased by the same company. It's the same exact way as the previous one.
thank you.
As long as the company's held liable,
Just for your
I don't mind being
information,
an
I didn't mean
agent.
to interrupt, but just for your information.
fine. Yes, thank you.
What's your name?
Tara Wright.
This is, so at this time, do we have a motion to approve the beer permit application for Tara Wright?
Also
Little Gin?
move.
I can't remember my name.
Have a second.
I second it.
Now, any discussion?
Can we amend it like we did the last one?
Yes, sir. It's gonna be the same company?
Yes, same company, yep.
You
Give me-
TriStar.
You gonna make an
TriStar.
amendment? A motion?
You can.
I'm making a motion for the amendment. Miss,
Oh,
Tara June Wright to be an agent for TriStar.
all right, this time we got a motion to allow Ms. Tara Wright to be an agent for TriStar company at this time. And so, board, do you have any more discussion? If not, those in favor of such do so,
No, we
saying
need a
aye.
second. We need a second.
We got a second?
We did not.
All right, we got a second on Mr. Leon's motion.
Thank you,
Second.
Mr. Jones.
All right, thank you,
Got it.
Mr. Marquita. We always gotta have that second up in there. All right, so, we got a motion and a second to change that. So at this time, if there's no more discussion, those in favor of motion to approve that Ms. Tara Wright is an agent of TriStar a little general. So at this time, if there's no more discussion, those in favor of such, do so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, like sign. How about that?
I will be there in the morning with
Come
Miss
see
Penny.
us.
Thank you. That's Tara.
Okay.
This time, we have a motion to approve the January 2023 Police Department report.
I see those.
We have a second.
Second.
In discussion? If not, those in favor of such motion do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. Thank you. This time, we have a motion to approve the Humboldt Police Department recommendation to hire one police officer.
I so move.
Do we have a second?
I second it.
Who is it?
I'm gonna, Chief, we're gonna bring your young man there to the front. So, is there any discussion, board, y'all wide open? Just whatever.
Chief, everything check out pretty good? Okay. Everything pretty good for the young man?
Yes, sir, everything looked good on his background, and if everything goes well tonight, he will be starting in the morning.
You already got training?
No, sir, he's gonna be with a field training officer.
Oh, field training.
And we'll get him in the academy, and eventually he'll be by himself.
Now, you can explain to him how that works with him going to the academy. He got to give us,
The contract and
Yeah,
everything?
the
Yes, sir,
contract.
can we talk about contract? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
okay.
That's what, 3 years?
Two, ain't it? Two years.
2 years.
The young man got to give us 2 years, okay.
Okay, any more discussion, board? There he is. It's wide open.
Where you from, Mr. Cole, Mr. Johnson?
I'm Medina.
Is that your original home, or?
I'm born in Oklahoma and I moved to Medina in 08.
That's good enough for me.
All right.
Thank you.
If there's no more discussion, those in favor of such motion to hire Police Officer Rayshawn Johnson, do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Johnson, and welcome aboard.
Appreciate your vote.
You're going to be working with a great group of folks down there. This time, do we have a motion to approve the January 2023 Humboldt Fire Department report?
I so move.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? If not, those in favor of such motion do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. Good. All right. Looks like we got a couple fire department hirees. Chief Kale, if you would have these young men come to here. And so at this time, we have a motion to approve the fire department recommendation to hire 2 firefighters.
I so move.
We have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
I don't know, discussion, they meet their qualification, I think.
They met the qualifications, they're ready to go.
When can they start?
Try to get them started tomorrow.
That's good, that sounds good too.
Cody? Tobias?
Tobias.
Tobias?
Yes, sir.
Tobias.
Y'all feel good about coming here?
Yes, I feel great, blessed and honored to be a part of this.
That's good.
Fire department.
Well, you got a wonderful group of people to work with. Their heart's in the right place, and they're here to protect our city.
Where do y'all currently reside?
I stay in Humboldt.
I stay in Bells.
That's good.
All right, board, if there's no more discussion, those in favor of hiring these 2 young men, do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. Thank you and welcome.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Up next on our new business, at this time, do we have a motion to approve the appointment? Fire chief.
I so moved. You don't know who he is.
Who is it?
First, let's get through this first. I so moved.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
All right, now, any discussion, board?
Who is it?
I had recommended to you all, after lots of discussion, of Mr. Lee Kale. And,
Who?
Who?
Mr. Lee Kale, but
Merrill, I'm sorry, but I got a problem with that. The reason I got a problem with it makes the board to be a hypocrite.
well, I'm not one.
It makes the board to be a hypocrite.
No.
Because
Don't be calling us hypocrites. We
because
all here for the same thing.
Merrill, listen.
Hypocrite.
No.
No, to you.
No, Merrill, let
Let
me
him
talk.
speak his piece. Let him
I'm gonna
speak his
speak
piece.
my piece if it take all night.
Do it.
We called MTAS in to do a job. When MTAS come in, this board set up here and agreed the recommendation from MTAS. We shouldn't have had to deal with MTAS if you already had somebody in mind. That's the reason I said what I said. We all, this whole board agreed on that we were gonna use MTAS. MTAS was gonna do, the application due process. And after they do that, they give us a report. They gave us a report of the two top means. Two top. We were looking at three. All the board members met at your office one by one to look at all the applications. We've done that. We've done it. And then when we asked who you had recommended, we didn't get no response. You should have gave us a response on this way before bringing it to us saying, this is who I want. That's not right. When you get through talking, it still ain't right.
No, I ain't saying
We
nothing.
should,
Keep
we
on
should have
going,
known,
brother.
we should have known about who, but instead of going through MTAS for the last 6 or 7 months dealing with this here, if that's who you want. We got 2 million that passed everything and took all these tests for nothing. And if it ain't one of them 2, I'm sorry, I can't vote for it. It ain't got nothing to do with care. Just the idea we went through this for the last 6 months with MTAS, getting them to do a job for us. Versus if you know what you wanted that man, you should have come straight out from the day one and said, this is who I want and will recommend. Versus we went for the last 6 months dealing with MTAS to give us a report. We got a report. We got 2 top men, and it should be one of those 2 top men. And I'm asking the board to go with one of the 2 top that MTAS recommended. They ain't got nothing to do with Chief K. I don't want to get off into all that because I read all the databases. Cal done scored the lowest of all our people. Huh?
Don't
Well,
say
tell
what-
the truth about it.
I mean, don't say what the score.
I wouldn't,
Well,
I wouldn't,
okay, I
I
wouldn't say
wouldn't
the score
make
was
any,
good,
I
but-
wouldn't make anybody feel bad, Mr.
I'm not trying to make
Leon,
nobody
but
feel
Mr.
bad, but
Cale's-
if you'd have done it right, we wouldn't have to do this.
Well, don't blame it on me. Mr. Kale's sitting here with his family. Please don't hurt, and his daughter's back
I'm not
there.
hurting
his
his
wife.
feelings. I'm
Yeah,
not hurting
well,
his
his wife,
feelings.
his daughter's crying there.
Man, you the one done it. You shouldn't have done this to us. You put us in a bad situation.
He telling the truth.
It's the truth.
He telling the truth. We didn't know who this person was until we got here tonight.
Order in the audience, please. Order in the audience.
We didn't know. We don't know nothing that's going on in the city of Humboldt.
Okay.
Until we get to this meeting, this when we find out stuff. And it's not right.
I withdraw my motion. I withdraw my motion.
Oh, board,
We don't know nothing.
I withdraw my motion.
Until we get to the meeting, we don't know nothing.
Ms. Tammy, did you get your board packet Friday night?
It was not on there.
The name wasn't on here. All we know, we voting for somebody for the senior citizen, and we voting for somebody for the fire department. We don't know who these people are. And it's not right, Mayor.
I draw my motion, and I ask that we discontinue this.
It's like it's your city.
Board, I don't know where we at on this motion. Do y'all?
He just withdrew the motion.
Oh,
I ain't trying to make nobody feel like, Lord knows I'm not trying to make nobody feel bad.
Well, look,
But
there's,
do y'all need to understand, if the mayor would have gave us a recommendation from the day one and said, okay, I recommend this person or that person, they would have gave us ample time to address these issues. Not bring it to a board when y'all families here have to see this here. That is wrong. You shouldn't have to go through that. The mayor shouldn't have had to do that. He should have let us know 6 months ago if that's what he wanted. But now here it is 6 months later, we got to deal with it. And I'm saying that's wrong. It's not right. It's not right for Chief Kale, it's not right for the board, and it's not right for us. He should have put this on here Friday and gave us an opportunity to get with him and say, hey, don't bring that to the board because MTAS gave us 2 recommendations. Now, fair is fair and right is right, man. You can't get away from that. This was did wrong. And you shouldn't have went out there and promised that man that knowing that the board had the power to hire, fire, promote, and demote. This board got that power. Shouldn't have made that promise to that man. You should have brought in or called each individual and got our opinion on how we feel about that or what we think about that. That's the way it should have been done. Protocol. But it wasn't. I ain't got nothing against Kale. I got a problem with the way it was handled. It's nothing personal. But we went through 6 months of dealing with this right here. And we shouldn't have had to. And I'm sorry, I ain't trying to call no freedom, but that's just the way it is. We all agreed. We all went up there to that office, each one of us, and looked at candidates. All of us supposed to pick out the top candidates. MTAS graded these candidates and sent out two. Now, what you think about those 2 that they graded? That's not right. And it's not fair to them neither. And if we gonna do what's right for the city and be fair about the city, we can't omit nobody. We shouldn't omit nobody.
Board, y'all have to give me direction on what we need to do to move forward.
What we need to do to move forward is do what we originally set out to do and don't alter that plan, and that is to look at the 2 top men that MTAS sent us, and one of them 2. We shouldn't have to alter this plan. The plan was a clear path for everybody, and they sent us 2, and one of them 2, I'm good with.
Board, I think we could move forward if we did a roll call vote.
We don't have a motion, he withdrew it.
No motion? No motion, okay. That was,
Yeah. Hey, Mayor, I think we need to table it.
somebody,
I'll make a motion to table it.
motion's been made to table this. So, the motion's been made. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
If there's no more discussion on that subject, table, this is tabled then until future. The future. So, okay, so let's move on to the next business. This time, at this time, do we have a motion to approve the Senior Citizen Department promotion of Miss Maddie Bell Hall as the director at the Senior Citizen Center? Do you have such motion?
Is she here?
Yes.
I will make a motion.
I'll second.
We
The
do have
reason I
some.
make that motion, we got the same situation that the mayor dropped the bomb on us once again by not informing us who these people are. But I know Miss Maddie, she's been up there for decades, Lord knows. I went through this battle with her with the last administration when the center shut down to try to help her. Been there, done it. We tired of fighting for her. So me personally, I don't like the way it was done. Miss Maddie's name should have been written down here for a recommendation for us and for the board to have a chance to talk to her, call her and different stuff. She's been up there for a decade. Me personally, I think she does a good job.
Well, Board,
And I'll tell the board that I will support.
I apologize to y'all for not having names on either one of these. I promise you that wasn't my intention. I saw this, I'm not blaming it on anybody, but I just say, I didn't see your packet or mine until today. And, if you, whatever you say is fine with me, but that wasn't my intention. That wasn't my intentions to leave that out there. And you can believe me all right, or you don't have to. I'm fine with all of that. And that was not my intention, so.
I think if we tabled the last one, no offense to anybody, especially you, Miss Bale, but if we tabled the last one, do we not need to table this one too?
Okay, motion been made to table the,
I'm just asking. I'm not making a motion, I'm asking.
Well, I would say this when it comes back, we did, if we don't be fair, but all I'm gonna say about this is, with Ms. Mallory, and she been working up there with Archie as the assistant director, and she been doing a good job of keeping that center together. Now, I can't sit here and deny that woman, that right there, that she have kept that center together since the passing of Miss Archie. She have done a doggone good job. I have stayed away from that center because of my frame. But for us keeping it going, keeping it, her staff, her employees in check, she have done a doggone good job. And I do support Ms.
But
Madden.
we
But
have
I'm
the-
just one person on the board,
But
but
we
I
have the
do
same-
support Ms. Madden.
We have the same case with the fire department. Mr. Kale has kept it running since our fire chief retired. Same, I mean, if you're gonna do one-to-one, my idea, you do one-to-one, you do it to both. No offense to anybody. And I'm sure either one, but if we do it on the fire department because we didn't know, and I think to be fair and to be forthcoming, that we table this one also. I think that's the only fair way to do it. I'm not,
okay,
and I know Miss Bell, and I've seen her there, and she's done a fine job. Mr. Gale has done the same, but if we do it for one, we gotta do it for both. That's my opinion, right or wrong.
all right. We've had I'm gonna go ahead and call it a motion if that's all right, because we gotta do something to move forward. So we've had this, a motion made to table, the hiring of Miss Maddie Bell.
I didn't make a motion to table, I asked.
Well, but I,
I would have to withdraw my motion like I did the last time, in order for it to go forward then.
You are correct.
So I will withdraw my motion.
all right, the motion's been withdrawn on the acceptance of Miss Maddie Bell Hall. So at this time, do we have a motion to just table this until future, further notice?
Make a motion to table.
All right. It's been tabled. This time, do we have a motion to approve the street department
Did you get a
retirement?
second?
Well,
Um,
he was
do we have-
making a
Okay.
motion saying, so you second.
I so move.
At this time, do we have a motion to approve the street department retirement? Got a motion. Do we have a second?
I second it.
All right, any discussion?
Who made the motion? Sorry.
Who made the motion?
Alderman Johnson, you second,
I
who
second.
first? Who did the first? Who? Okay.
Now, how long has Mr. Monty been with us? Well, I mean, Mr. Howard, how long he been with us? 28 to 29 years, so he went ahead and retired, and so we wish him well. So, any more discussion, board? If not, those in favor of such motion to accept Mr. Howard Johnson's retirement, do so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, like sign. All right, best part of the night. Do we have a motion to, ma'am? Yes, ma'am.
After the meeting, can the board sit here for a minute? I got a couple of questions.
I'm going home.
Oh, you going home?
Uh-huh.
All right, all right.
Y'all can talk all you want to.
Okay, all right.
You know, I've done been hollered at so loud tonight, I need to go put some eardrops in.
Do the right thing.
Yeah, well, we gotta respect each other.
I so move we adjourn.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Got a second. We're adjourned.